The purpose of today's webinar is to discuss the issue of problematic single-use plastics. And we'll be discussing the disproportionate contribution they make to plastic pollution, and importantly, the specific treaty provisions needed to eliminate and restrict their production and use.
We don't want a plastic alternative that will be very, very harmful to nature and also to humans as well. But I think that as part of this treaty, I think the most important component of the core obligations is the measures that will help drive reuse and repair at scale, and at the same time avoidance of these regrettable substitutes. And this would then needs to be supported by alternative measures more suited to national context.
So that we get cleanups in Palau, there's been many, but the problem is then a few months later, the rubbish comes back. So it is a problem. And that's why a global treaty is needed. Because we can't do this by ourselves. We really need the producers and the people that are causing this pollution from the estuaries and the rivers that rim our Pacific Islands to take serious action.
At Mindoro, we really see the need to focus upstream as the area where most impact can be had. So controls on production at the outset are essential. But what we can see here in general terms is that the upstream segment is responsible for most emissions.
So we do see a very high level of effectiveness with incentives and with bans. So even if it is a small incentive, people return their bottles, they stop using plastic bags.
We also have to consider, the important role of traditional knowledge in this situation over here. So for Pacific Island countries, traditional baskets and materials woven from nature could be very helpful. It could also help to drive local economy, grassroots communities, but at the same time help to replace harmful and regrettable alternatives.